The Cock and the Jewel. We're reading Aesop's Fables. A cock scratching for food for himself and his hens found a precious stone and exclaimed, "If your owner had found thee and not I, he would have taken thee up and have set thee in thy first estate. But I have found thee for no purpose. I would rather have one barley corn than all the jewels in the world." So looking for food. So this male hen, a cock, scratched for food for himself and his hens, found a precious stone, and exclaimed, "If your owner had found thee and not I, he would have taken thee up. He would have taken you up, and have set you in your first estate, in a beautiful like house that is just ready to accept your, you dwelling in it, or you're dwelling in it, as a quote unquote diamond or precious stone. But I have found thee for no purpose. Like there's no reason why I should have found you. I'm the wrong person to find you. I would rather have one barley corn than all the jewels in the world." And again, this reminds me of, there's a classic movie called Greed, um, and it's just an amazing film. And some big director directed it. I think it just reminds me of that last. And I think it was Humphrey Bogart. No, I don't know if it was Bogart. Let me look it up. Let's check out Greed the movie. And a lot of times, just memory, seeing something will make you think of some movie and some shot. Yeah, Eric von Stroheim, 1924 American silent film. Obviously, it wasn't. It wasn't. I don't think it was. Yeah, it was a silent film. Actually, you know what? There was another one. There was a. There was an. Yeah, Gibson. Yeah, these aren't big names. But there's a movie. It's kind of like Greed, but I think it's a remake, and it's with who's the big guy? Bogart. It was kind of a remake. But yeah, the Treasure of the Sierra Madre. That's what it was. I think it ended because well, I don't want to give away the ending, so spoiler alert. But anyways, it just reminds me of that. It was either Treasure of the Sierra Madre. I'm pretty sure it's Treasure of the Sierra Madre because I remember hearing like dialogue all throughout the movie and thinking about, oh, this is Humphrey Bogart and he's in the desert, and thinking about the conditions like filming out there. And yeah, and I think it was just like they wanted water, and it was, and all they had was gold. And so I think that that's kind of how it ended, I believe. It might have been the ending of Greed, though. I don't know. I took some film classes way back in the day, university, and but anyways, I'm thinking about that. It's all about the venue, right? In certain venues, diamonds are valuable and they're helpful and they can help you in your life. They can help your condition. They can help your situation. But in other situations, no one cares. It doesn't matter. It depends on the venue. It depends on the conditions, and it depends on the needs of the parties that receive. So sometimes the wrong things that aren't helpful go to the wrong parties, and that's just life. That's just life. So that's what this line and a half is all about. And I think that that's also what helps in terms of memory, is remembering things that relate. So I believe in like absorbing by reading a lot, watching films, but just like trying to make conclusions as you're watching stuff, and not just absorbing the information. Um, I'm gonna have other videos where I talk about, sort of pop culture figures, and I explain why they're behaving this way, probably, like why they seem wacky to us, but what's sort of behind the scenes of what causes them to behave a certain way, or what you know. So I'm gonna sort of try to explicate some of those pop culture figures a little bit, here and there, and I could be wrong. I mean, but but that's a way that I remember things, is by trying to not only you know absorb information and laugh about something, but also to think to think about it. What can I relate this to that I already know about? Because then I could take snapshots in my brain, and then later, if this comes up, I can recall it. I have more like hooks to hang the memory on. So yeah, The Cock and the Jewel, Aesop's Fables. Thank you very much.